Welcome everyone, this is my first stream video. I'm going to be showing you Don't Starve. And I recently just unlocked all of the prior playable characters, except for these last two right here. I have no idea how to get them, but that's okay. So, right now we have Gentleman Scientist, that's Wilson? Yes. And then Willow, which she's a crazy fire starter woman, very awesome. Then Strongman, which I've not even played as because he's afraid of the dark and of monsters, which is actually a big thing in Don't Starve, aside from the fact that you're not supposed to starve. Then there's the Wendy girl, who I've also not played, but probably is actually really useful because supposedly she's comfortable with the darkness. And then Soulless Automaton, WX78, Empathy Module Not Responding, Not Picky Eater, Charged by Lightning, Damaged by Water, can upgrade with gears. That seems interesting to me. However, I'm going to be playing, not this one, but the one after it. Wicker Bottom, Librarian, knows many things, self-published his books, can't sleep, hates spoilage, and this guy, Woody, the Lumberjack. That's a nice tree, eh? Has a lovely axe, has a terrible secret. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's badass, it's awesome, you'll love it. And just want to confirm with everyone that this is on the default setting, so I can get screwed over pretty hard, but you know, that's fun. Let's see how this goes. Now, while this is loading up, I want to take another moment to say this is my first stream, so I hope you all will enjoy it. I am Polar Bear. Polar Immersion is also another one of the monikers that I use in-game. I'm also going to be doing multiple streams of Don't Starve and League of Legends, possibly. And then whatever other video games other people suggest. So, yeah. And the guy you just saw there, he's Maxwell. He's the entire reason why we're here. And this is all his fault. And the reason why we're actually here, I don't know much more beyond the fact that for whatever reason, Maxwell has dropped us into this, not a wasteland, but this entire wilderness that is either going to be very nice to us in the beginning, or is going to laugh as we imminently die. A lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And here's his thing. No other character starts with an axe, and yes, that axe did just talk to him. He also chops it, like, way faster than any other character. Like, just much, much easier. Which you'll appreciate later on if you actually pick up the game, or if you see me playing any other characters, say, if I die horribly with this one, which is possible entirely. In fact, it's a little too possible. I don't want to this time. Anyways, so what I'm picking up right now is a various conglomeration of, well, things that I'll need. You probably can't see my mouse pointer. That's because the recording software that I'm using right now doesn't seem to support that for whatever reason. But the first item on the bottom left is a pine cone. You use those from trees you've chopped down to plant more trees. And the process generally takes a while. They grow over longer periods of time, but it's a lot more worth it to plant your own instead of having to go out and forage for them all the time. Because eventually you'll run out of ones that might be close to anything resembling a base of yours, and getting caught out in the middle of nowhere at night is not a good thing at all, because you can die. There's things out there that will just rip your guts out. And personally, I try avoiding chopping the smaller trees on the account that I think it causes a little certain event to be more probable in happening. You probably won't see it, but it'll cause, eventually, I think, a giant tree end thing, a trend, to form out of a tree, either big or small, and try to come and just wreck your shit. And they're extremely tough. They're hard to destroy. You can set them on fire, but it takes about 3 rounds of flaming on them to actually kill them. And by 3 rounds, I mean you have to light them up 3 separate times. The fire will extinguish and you have to try to get in close again, which means they have a very good chance of wrecking your face again. Anyways, second item, those are petals. You get those from collecting flowers. Now, normally I'd recommend against picking all the flowers in an area, but right now I believe that it would be best for me to collect 12 flower petals. That will allow you to go into your dress right here on the bottom left for your building stuff. See how it just dinged? You can then use them to create a garland. Once you build it, if you don't have anything on your head, it'll just automatically switch over. This helps your sanity. Right now I have 200. That will change over the course of this game, and possibly a lot sooner depending on how well I manage this guy's little special secrets. On the third bar on the bottom, we have seeds. Seeds you can use to either eat, you basically have roasted seeds, or you can use them later on when you have farms to plant plants into your farms. And it's overall better because you can use those to get more food. You can then eventually set up for a few other nifty little things that I'll cover later. Immediately after that, you have twigs. Twigs you get from saplings, those things that go limp after I pick them, and, you know, probably very indicative of something else that you might think goes limp. Moving on. After that, we have carrots. Carrots and other food sources that you find like that are invaluable, because if you're roaming around, say you haven't gotten lucky, you haven't found some supplies that you need, which so far I've actually been extremely fortunate again, which is incredible. I love this map. I love this game right now. There will be times when it will be completely the opposite and I will hate this game for everything it is. But right now it's fine. But having food is the main point of this game early on. I mean, its name, Don't Starve, isn't just a little joke. It's really a thing. Because that meter right there on the top left underneath the day in the top right corner, that shows you how much food you have in your stomach. If that ever gets to 0, you will start taking damage to your health, which is the red heart circle to the right of that immediately. And if that happens, then, well, eventually you'll die. And yeah. The bottom one, now you see, is at 194 instead of its flat 200. That's the sanity rating dropping because it is now evening time. The clock again, yellow, is full daytime. That reddish orange right there, that is the evening time, and that's when things start getting a little bit more dangerous. In the winter, that means it's getting colder outside and you need to seek shelter pretty damn immediately. But really it's not so bad right now because it's just not. But the thing is, once night hits, that changes a lot. See? Right there. Once night hits, your sanity will drop a lot faster. Say me over here. That arrow that popped up, that's my sanity meter dropping rapidly. So you want to try to be close to your fire or anything that you want, because you have to have light. If you don't, then your sanity will drop, yeah, but the real problem is that if you're surrounded by nothing but blackness, you will get attacked by something in the darkness. I'm not entirely certain what it is. Long-legged beasties and ghoulies, whatever you'd like to call it, it will kill you. It won't just deal damage to your sanity. It won't do, like, stealing food from you or whatever. It will straight up remove big swaths of your health. You'll die fairly quickly. And what we're doing right now is cooking up a bunch of carrots so that we can feed ourselves. Now, note how each of those food items on the bottom, which are the now cooked carrots, the roasted carrots, the seeds, and the berries, all have green in their backgrounds. That means that their spoilage is not very low. They're almost completely fresh, which I'd expect since we did just pick them. But if you ever get one that's in the yellow, they'll be stale. They're starting to turn, they're not that great. But it's not something that you should be too worried about up until it goes into the red. That's when it'll be like a quarter full. That's when it's not good to eat it. And for most of the characters, it's extremely unhealthy for you. You'll probably pay for it by, dying quickly. But anyways, so that'll be it for this episode, I think, since 10 minutes should be a fair first episode and intro. I should, in the episode after this, have a bit of a functioning base somewhere that I'll give a little bit more information on, just the overall workings of it and how I got there. And see you all next time. Oh. Well then. Don't mind that. Never happened. Okay, see you guys.